Good evening and welcome to the physical education section. You should all have received this document in the post, which outlines key dates for this academic year. In January and March, you will notice there are 2 one-hour assessments that will make up the 2-hour exam that you'll sit in the summer. As you can see in the bottom section, your GCSE PE exam will take place on the 24th of May. Another key date I'd like to draw your attention to is January the 10th, which will be the deadline for any video evidence that you would like to submit. So what has changed? The PE full GCSE course consists of 2 units. The first unit is the written exam that will take 2 hours and will contribute to 50% of the grade. Unit 2 will be the practical side and again will contribute to 50%. There have been changes made to Unit 2, which is reducing the number of physical activities the pupils will be assessed on. Previously, they would be assessed on 3 physical activities, one being a team sport, the second being an individual sport, and the third being one of their choice. However, now, pupils will be assessed on 2 physical activities only. And again, that can be either team sport or an individual sport. Another change that's been made to Unit 2 is the removal of the personal fitness programme, which is their coursework. So what does the qualification now look like? 50%, which is the written exam, will take 2 hours and it'll take place on the 24th of May. Now this paper will comprise of 100 marks, all divided between the 5 topics shown below. The second unit is 50%, which will be assessed on their practical ability, and it's important here to use video evidence to best show the pupil's performance. And each sport is now worth 25% because they will be assessed on 2 activities rather than 3. I'd just like to draw your attention then to some useful websites that's definitely worth looking at. And the best one for us to recommend would be the WJEC website. Now, as you can see in this picture, we are able to download the specification, which includes all the information that's required within the paper as well as the practical. So any information that you need to understand or read up on, then it's definitely worth downloading the specification. There's then an area for you to access previous past papers. Again, we encourage pupils to download these documents. You can either print them off or use a tablet or a computer to try and answer as many past paper questions as possible. Along the tab, there's a resource area which will take you to something that looks similar to this. Now, there's lots of resources available which are all accessible free of charge. However, there is one particular area that I would specifically like to recommend, which is the GCSE PE notes. Now, if you were to click this button, it will lead you on to a page that looks like this. And as you can see at the bottom, you have access to 5 files. Now, they're PDF documents that you can download and save. They will include all the information that you need to know, as well as some questions for you to practice. As a department, we have downloaded these documents, so if you don't want to access the documents via the WJEC website, you can access these on the GCSE Teams folder. Another useful website is the GCSE BBC Bite Size website. Now, one thing that's important here to take note is the fact that our examination board is the WJEC. Now, by clicking on this, it will give you all the information that will come up potentially in your exam. Now, please be mindful that if you do click the AQA or the EdXL, it will consist of different information. So before doing anything, we need to make sure that you are accessing the WJEC tab button, and as you can see on the left hand side, you've got the topics, which is applied anatomy and physiology, and then within that there are subtopic areas that you can click onto. It'll give you all the information that you need, including an opportunity to test yourself, and it's a self-marking system, so at the end, once you've submitted your test, it will give you a mark. There are many revision guides and books for you to download and purchase. However, as a faculty, these are the top 4 that we recommend. Now, the first book is written by Sean Williams, who is the head of the WJEC PE, and he is responsible for writing the examination questions, and therefore we know that this book is going to have everything that they need to know. The second booklet that the pupils find particularly useful to them is the pocket-sized revision guide. Now, rather than it being a book full of information, okay, all of the topics tend to be on one page, which might be easier to remember or a bit more pupil-friendly. If you do have any further questions regarding the GCSE PE course, then please do not hesitate to contact us via email. Thank you.